Don't get the vaccine, you can't go to the supermarket. Don't have the vaccine, you don't show it, can't go to the ball game. Don't have the vaccine, can't go to work. You don't have the vaccine, can't come here. No shirt, no shoes, no service. That's where I think we should be right now.
We are seeing that the ability of individuals who are infected through breakthrough infections, namely vaccinated people who ultimately get infected, that they are generally without symptoms or minimally symptomatic. However, it is clear that they are capable of transmitting the infection to uninfected individuals. And the data that they reported indicates that if you look at the level of virus in the nasopharynx of a person who's vaccinated and has a breakthrough infection, and compare that to the level of virus in the nasopharynx of an unvaccinated person who's infected, they're essentially equivalent, which would go along and underscore the fact that vaccinated people who do have a breakthrough infection are clearly capable of transmitting the infection to an uninfected person.
It is nothing more than operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner, the basic working definition of what an operant conditioning is. So it is a method of learning that employs reward and punishment for behavior. Through operant conditioning, an association is made between behavior and a consequence, whether negative or positive, for that behavior. And so basically what we have now is conditioning of behavior based off of getting rewarded and based off of getting a consequence. There are a few operants that goes into place with this. So the operants are, you have a positive or a negative reinforcement. You also have a positive or a negative punishment, as well as something that is neutral. It has no effect on either or. And so an example of the operant conditioning was a study that was done with 2 rats. So they had one rat that was in a box. And so the rat will push a lever and it will receive food. So that one is positive reinforcement. Then you had a negative reinforcement with the rat to where another rat was in a box and it started receiving electroshocks that was very uncomfortable. And so the rat was able eventually to figure out if it pushes a certain button, it will make the negative consequences go away. It will make the pain go away. And so as a result, the rat kept pushing the button to make it go away. And eventually Skinner taught the rat to flip a switch that would make the pain go away completely. Things that are happening in the world today is letting us know that, number one, we had experienced a negative reinforcement back in 2020, especially in the USA, was the lockdowns that had taken place. So the goal of this is actions that are followed by reinforcements would more than likely reoccur in the future. And so this is to have desired behavior that will eventually continue on in the future. And so we had experienced a negative reinforcement. One of the negative reinforcements that we had experienced over in America was the lockdowns that happened beginning in 2020. Reinforcers that we had is this. So a positive reinforcement that we had experienced was given back our limited freedom. So through the tier system, we were given back limited amounts of freedom to come out of our house, to begin to experience certain benefits, certain privileges. There is becoming a positive reinforcement with the corona vaccine. And so with these reinforcements, they were giving people lottery tickets. They were giving people certain privileges such as not wearing your mask if you are fully vaccinated, as well as people getting free donuts, getting free marijuana in certain places, and as well as getting praise from society, getting praise and being labeled the good person. Some of the negative punishments, threats of lockdowns again, so restriction of freedom, loss of job. So many people are saying like they should get their jobs taken away, canceling. So they're being labeled the bad guys of society. They're being labeled evil. People are saying, I have no sympathy for you. I don't care for you. You brought it upon yourself. Food shortage. I just shared a clip with Don Lemon saying that people should not be allowed to go to the store to get food if they do not receive the vaccine. Isolation from society, and as well as not being able to see their friends or loved ones. Control one. It is this idea of safety. The idea of safety that it's neither tangible nor is it provable, but it is a concept. And so I start to see these mental conditionings take place. I start to see this whole psychological experiment taking place in the USA. You just saw it yourself. Dr. Fauci said that those who have the vaccine can easily spread a virus as one who has not taken the vaccine. They have equal outcomes for those who are vaccinated and those who are unvaccinated, because even though a person is fully vaccinated, they can still get the virus as well as spread it, just like a person who is not vaccinated, they too can get the virus and spread it. So those are equal outcomes. Now my question is, why is there so much hate going on? It is mental conditioning for something that's going to take place in the future. It is getting people ready to say either you comply or you're going to be rejected by society in any ways that they see necessary. Now, if you don't believe you're being conditioned for the mark of the beast, I don't know what to tell you.